Okay, let's talk about that to-do list. If yours feels less like a plan and more like a never-ending wish list, then you're gonna wanna hear this. We're about to dive into a whole new blueprint for organizing your life for 2026, one that stops focusing on endless lists and starts with your most valuable resource, your time. Does this sound familiar? You're juggling work deadlines, family stuff, trying to squeeze in a workout. You've got all the apps, all the lists, but at the end of the day, you still feel like you're just treading water. Well, let me tell you, it's a super common feeling, and the problem isn't you, it's the system. So what's really going on in our brains here? Well, it actually has a name: decision fatigue. It's that mental fog you get from having to decide what to do next over and over again. You know that feeling at the end of the day when someone asks what's for dinner and your brain just shuts down? Yup, that's it. And it comes from a scattered system that makes you constantly replan your day. All right, so let's get to the root of the problem. Why do our best laid plans so often just fall apart? Well, it's not because we're not trying hard enough. It's because the whole way we've been taught to organize our lives is, frankly, broken. And this slide right here is the key. We organize our lives in silos. Just think about it for a second. Your work calendar is in one place, your personal to-do list is in another app, your grocery list is on a sticky note. None of it talks to each other. So of course you end up double booking yourself because your work calendar has no idea you have a dentist appointment. You've got no single source of truth for your time. And this is what happens. When your lists are totally disconnected from your actual real-life timeline, they stop being useful. They become, as the source puts it so perfectly, graveyards of unfinished tasks. Instead of giving you clarity, they just become a giant monument to everything you didn't do, which just adds to the stress, right? So this is maybe the most important distinction we need to make. A to-do list, that's just the what. It's an inventory of good intentions. But a calendar is the when. It's a real commitment of your time. It forces you to look at the cold, hard reality of the 24 hours you have and make a realistic map for your single, most precious, non-renewable resource. Okay, so we've diagnosed the problem. That brings us to the solution. It's a huge shift in thinking, really. It's all about creating a single, unified timeline for your entire life with a calendar-first approach. Just imagine for a second a world where every single thing you intend to do, from a huge work project to a quick 15-minute call with your mom, has a specific home on your timeline. That is the power of the calendar-first approach. And look, this isn't about being rigid and inflexible. It's about creating a clear visual map of your day so you can finally see how all the pieces actually fit together. So, in the real world, this means using one unified planner where your work and personal life can actually coexist on the same screen. It means getting smart reminders that meet you where you already are, like a quick WhatsApp message about your next meeting, so you don't even have to open another app. It's all about getting rid of the friction between planning something and actually doing it. Okay, the idea is simple and powerful, but how do you actually do it? How do you make this a reality in your own crazy busy life? Well, it's not about finding more time. It's about being smarter with the time you already have. Let's walk through a clear 5-step blueprint to put this into action. Let's just pause on this for a second because this is the entire game plan. First, you centralize everything. One home base, no more scattered notes. Second, you audit your time. You have to see where it's really going. Third, and this is a big one, you schedule the small stuff like chores and workouts. Fourth, you batch similar tasks together to keep your brain focused. And finally, you end every single day with a quick, powerful nightly reset. Now, let's zoom in on step 3, because this is where the magic really happens for a lot of people. We all have that side list with things like go to the gym or meal prep that just gets ignored week after week. By giving those things a real, non-negotiable spot on your calendar, you completely transform them. It's the difference between a vague intention and a firm commitment. And step 4 is all about protecting your focus. You see, every single time you jump from answering emails to working on a presentation to making a phone call, your brain pays a little tax. It's called context switching. So by batching similar tasks, like setting aside 1 hour just for emails, you minimize that mental drain and get way more high-quality work done in less time. So what if I told you that the single most powerful productivity habit you could build takes less time than making a cup of coffee? That's the nightly reset. It's not some big, long planning session. It's literally just 5 minutes. 5 minutes every evening to look at tomorrow's timeline, make a few tweaks, and go to bed with total clarity, knowing you have a solid plan. All right, I can hear what you might be thinking. This all sounds great for my own stuff, but my life is messy. I've got kids, a partner, other people. And you're absolutely right. So how does this calendar-first system handle the beautiful chaos of real life? This is where the system really shines, because life organization is not a solo sport. When you use a tool that can sync with other people's calendars, you can see your kid's soccer practice and your partner's appointment on the exact same timeline as your big work deadline. No more of those wait, I thought you were picking them up moments. It just runs smoother.
Okay, but here's a big one I'm sure you're wondering about. What do you do with all those floating tasks? You know, the stuff you have to do eventually, like research a new insurance plan or plan that summer trip. Where do those fit in? And the answer is just so smart. You turn those vague intentions into a real plan. See, a calendar-first system doesn't just show you what's booked, it very clearly shows you your white space, all those open blocks of time. I used to have a someday/maybe list that just got longer and longer. Now I see those open blocks on my calendar as opportunities to drag, drop, and turn someday into this Thursday at 2 p.m.
So I want to leave you with this one final thought to chew on. When you look at your calendar right now, what do you see? Is it just a record of your obligations, a list of things you have to do for other people? Or is it a true map of your life, a conscious, intentional plan for how you want to spend your precious time? The whole point of the calendar-first approach is to make it the latter,